Welcome to the channel. This is a quick review of Agatha All Along episode 9, which is the finale. So they say, I hope. Don't don't particularly like this series. Don't care that it's going to continue. Don't want it to be continued. As I said previously, I'm not a great fan of magic stuff because I just find it results in such weak scripts that they can just do whatever they want by, oh, well, she's a witch and it's magic and yeah, that's the ticket. We can do whatever the hell we want. But anyways, episode 9. At the end of episode 8, Billy's kind of come to the realization that he potentially was creating his own Wanda's version of the Hex from WandaVision. He did his own version to do the road. Don't know why, but that's just why. So, and Wanda basically has died. Not Wanda. Agatha basically dies. So now they decide why. Again, I would have been happy with that. That's the end of it. But no, they want to keep going. So you see a woman running through the woods, and she's got a cloak. I don't know what the hell it is with people who do costumes. They, especially in Disney, they have such a big thing for cloaks. All the Jedi are always walking around in cloaks. All the witches got cloaks. The space witches had cloaks. Everybody's got cloaks. Anybody wear a hat in the show? Anyways, but apparently it's 1750, and it's Agatha running through the woods, and she's visibly pregnant. So she runs up to a tree, and she's leaning on the tree, and she's very close to giving birth. Uh, Pulls a lemon out of her package and cuts it in half and sucks on it to, I guess, deaden the pain for delivery. Although I'm not sure where she would get. I don't think lemons are particularly indigenous to where's Salem, Pennsylvania. So, anyways, I don't know. Maybe they had a store or something. Um, but Rio shows up, and there's some relationship between them because Agatha says so. Not that there's a relationship, but she calls her like girlfriend or lover or whatever. Uh, you can tell I don't really think much of this episode. I found it absolutely boring. But some people will go, oh, it's all about loss. And it's all about Agatha and what she's lost and everything. Yeah, but she kills a lot of people. She's a very, very bad person. Just because some bad things happen to her doesn't let her off the hook. But yeah, again, it's Disney. Women are never bad. They're always a victim of circumstances. So while Agatha, as you see in this picture, is up against the tree and about to give birth, Rio, who is Death, shows up, and Agatha is begging her to give her more time, or go away. And Rio says, "All I can do is give you time." So Agatha delivers the baby. It's like, okay, no umbilical cord, no anything messy. Just, oh, there's a nice looking child. He's slightly damp. But that's the start of the episode. Then it advances 6 years, and there's a kid there who obviously is Agatha's, but I don't think that's. He looks a bit older to me than 6 years old. But anyways, um, he tricks some women to chase him into a building, and you see a big flash, and then the next thing you know, no, that's not how it starts. It starts she's walking through the forest with the child wrapped in a blanket, and she's in rough shape, and discovers some women out in the middle of the forest for no apparent reason, and they're suspicious of her, but then they eventually realize there's a baby, and they let her into there's a circle of rocks, so that must be something special, and offer her something to drink. And then next thing you know, they move sort of the shot off, and there's a flash, and Agatha's walking much better now through the woods and is drinking a cup of something. So she's basically killed all those witches. So apparently in this show, if there's a group of more than 5 women, they're all witches. Because every time she encounters a group, there just happen to be witches. Oh, wonderful. So again, it jumps ahead 6 years. A child's there. He steals something. A bunch of women chase him into a building and zap. And they're walking along a bit further. And the kid says, why do we have to kill all the witches? So kid knows that Agatha is killing witches. So, oh, the excuse is to survive. Well, okay, maybe somebody would do something that bad to survive, but we all know that Agatha is not necessarily doing it to survive. She's just power hungry. But sort of as they progress, you can see the child's looking weaker and weaker, and um, now they're living out in the forest somewhere, which makes absolute no sense because Agatha kind of lists what she can do, and none of it is great. She can't heal her son, and also she can't create food out of thin air. So, um, son is asleep, and Rio shows up and beckons the child away. So in the morning, he's dead, and Agatha puts a lock of his hair into that brooch that she's always wearing, and you can see here in the picture. So at least you find out what happened there. And then there's a montage of her getting together. She meets one young woman and says we have to get a coven. So you see the young woman and 5 other witches, and she kills them. So then there's a montage of through her clothing changes to signify the passage of time, and she's killing every group that she encounters. So of course, not her fault. Her son's died, so she's going to kill everybody. Okay, whatever. But yeah, so that happens again and sort of again and again, and then um, she kind of teleports in time to she's in her basement where they discover um, she's basically using that witches song as a something to draw the other witches in, and it's supposed to make they're all looking for the road, and she says if she does the song and they become a group, she can show them the doorway into the witch's road. So up to this point, she's not actually trying that. This part I liked. She's not actually trying to produce the doorway. She just wants to get these witches and kill them. So she kind of teleports to the very start of the show or the series where she has all the other witches and they're in the basement and they're making their own little coven and they're singing the song, and suddenly the hole in the floor appears and she's kind of like, where the hell did that come from? I didn't do that. And that's more or less when Billy arrives, and so they jump from when they go down into the hole to start the Witch's Road to Billy sort of standing in his room, and Agatha appears as, spoiler, a ghost. So, okay, didn't know that she'd be able to do that or whatever. But Billy goes through some moments of crisis. Forget about the fact that he might not be the best person, but he realizes that he killed Squeaky Voice Witch at the start. And he potentially, because he created this illusion of the road, he killed the older witch when she fell. Um, She's responsible for that, and he's responsible for killing the Black Witch. Although uh, Agatha says that she's not dead, and then you see her crawling up through the ground and flying away. So Agatha says you actually saved her. But yeah, so there's some back and forth between them, and then Billy goes over to Agatha's house, and he's going to try to get rid of Agatha, ghost form, and starts doing a spell, and she's trying to get him to stop, not very effectively, but eventually he does stop, but he does also seals the hole into the underground, and the very end is them, okay, let's go find your brother. So potentially there's the season 2 or whatever with the witch version of Agatha. So yay, she's dead because she was a horribly unlikable person and character. But they don't write her out of the show because they can always bring her back because she's maybe dead, but she can be there in a ghost format. So why the hell not? So that's the end of it. Um, we found out in the episode that uh, earlier on they showed a crib and the magic book that she had at one time, and the suggestion was made that she traded her son for the book. Well, I guess you could say she was redeemed in that she didn't do that. Her son died of natural causes, I guess. Maybe if she didn't live out in the forest killing witches and stayed. At one point, the kid asks her, "Why don't we just live with the witches?" And she's kind of gives her one of her sort of bullshit, smarty ass answers. But yeah, maybe if you stayed with some people indoors, had regular food and stuff, your kid wouldn't have died. But no, no, can't say that. And she does blame Rio for taking her kid, but Rio's just doing her job, picking up the souls of the dead. So all their conflict and things about, oh, Agatha has never forgiven me for I hurt her badly, and it's like, well, again, you were just doing your job. So I don't know what she's so bent out of shape about between Agatha and Rio. But anyways, show's over. Thank God. Wasn't particularly good. I watched it more out of curiosity to see if it got any better and to do some of these very cheap and dirty reviews that I'm doing. But will I watch it again? Nah. It's not good enough to watch it again. It's not good enough to waste the 28 minutes or less for most of the episodes. It's not, I didn't enjoy it. I don't like the character. I didn't particularly care for any of the actors. Um, there wasn't anything that interests me to continue to see this. If they do season 2, I guess I'll have to watch it to do videos. But I am under no illusion that I would want to see this. Any continuation in movie forms, as a cameo, whatever. Any of them. Billy, Maximoff, Agatha, Rio. I really just don't give a shit about this show. So that's it. Okay. Um, if you haven't seen any of it, if you're gonna see these reviews and use it as a recommendation to see the show, skip it. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your time. Sorry. Okay. Thanks. I know that some people really like it. I've seen some reviews from other people, and they go gaga. They like pointing out all the stuff in the background and all the, you know, they're true people that love the comic book stuff and just love everything about that and love looking at posters on walls and determining some weird ass thing and it's an Easter egg for this and that. I'm just a regular viewer looking for some entertainment, and this is not, I don't really consider this great entertainment. If you want to see a decent show, go watch Silo on Apple Plus. Okay? Thank you.